now that you have in your confidence, man. Where is that coming from, man? Because when I listen to you, you have no doubt in your mind that you're going to win this fight. Talk to me.
Tank, what is Lamont going to learn March 1st inside that ring here at Barclays Center?
Bob and weave. Bob and weave. You got bob and weave.
He's in what?
You got bob and weave. Job, bob and weave.
In the world of combat sports, where egos and tempers often clash, few statements can stir the pot like an accusation or challenge from another fighter. Recently, Gervonta "Tank" Davis found himself at the center of such a storm when Lamont, a fighter known for his outspoken nature, made a bold declaration. "I'll whoop Gervonta's ****." This comment instantly sent ripples through the boxing community, sparking a range of reactions from fans and professionals alike. Gervonta Davis, who is known for his lethal punching power.
That's me. Why would I shouldn't be here if I didn't think I was going to win.
Champ, with you moving up in weight, do you feel you still have the power to be able to hurt him or even get him out of there?
Just like everybody else.
And unshakable confidence, didn't take this lightly. His immediate response to Roach's challenge would set the tone for what promises to be an explosive back and forth between two high-profile names in boxing. Lamont Roach's statement didn't come out of nowhere. In the lead-up to the remark, both Roach and Davis had been involved in various interactions, some heated, some light-hearted.
I hurt everybody I've been in the ring with, or I dropped them, or whatever the case may be. He ain't gonna be no different.
You got 3 months in the fight now. Where will your training camp be at? Who will you be sparring for this fight?
Roach, an accomplished fighter in his own right, has always been vocal about his ambitions to take on the biggest names in boxing. With Davis being one of the sport's most feared and respected figures, Roach's comment was as much a challenge as it was a declaration of intent. He wanted to establish himself as a legitimate contender, and what better way to do that than by targeting the biggest name in the room? For Davis, who has been on a tear in the lightweight division, Roach's comment was nothing short of a challenge to his dominance. The two fighters' paths had yet to cross in the ring, but with Roach's words now out in the open, the fight seemed inevitable. As expected,
9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9th?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling him.
Gervonta Davis didn't remain silent in the face of such a bold claim. Known for his composed demeanor outside the ring and his ferocious fighting style inside it, Davis made his feelings clear almost immediately. In a social media post, Davis responded with his trademark confidence, stating that he wasn't concerned about Roach's words and that anyone who had doubts about his abilities would soon see just how dangerous he could be. His reaction was measured yet sharp, a clear signal that he was not to be underestimated.
Saying you going down in a night? You know that power carry late.
I know you got some stinky power. That's what I do know.
What?
Who said that? You said
My
what?
man over there.
Davis fans, who have seen their champion knock out some of the toughest opponents in the game, were quick to back him up. They flooded social media with support, dismissing Roach's challenge as nothing more than a publicity stunt. However, Davis remained unfazed by the online chatter. His message was clear. If Roach wanted to prove himself, he'd have to step into the ring with him. In the days following Roach's comment, the tension between the two fighters grew. Both men engaged in a series of exchanges, with Roach doubling down on his statement. Roach, who prides himself on his technical boxing skills, criticized Davis for his reliance on power and accused him of avoiding real competition. He claimed that fighters like him had the skills and heart to expose the flaws in Davis' game. Roach argued that it was time for Davis to face someone who could really challenge him, someone who wasn't afraid of the spotlight. Meanwhile, Davis continued to brush off the criticism with a calm confidence, focusing on his upcoming fights. He maintained that Roach had yet to prove himself in the same league as the top-tier fighters he had faced. Davis was quick to remind everyone that his resume spoke for itself, and he wasn't in the business of entertaining empty threats. Still, the undercurrent of tension between the two fighters was undeniable, and it was clear that the comment had added fuel to an already simmering rivalry. For Lamont Roach, the challenge to Davis was more than just about gaining attention. It was about respect. Roach has spent his entire career climbing the ranks in the boxing world. Yet he has often found himself overshadowed by the bigger names in the sport. By calling out Davis, Roach was signaling his readiness to step up and face the elite fighters in the division. He wasn't just looking for a payday or a headline. He wanted to prove that he had the skill, heart, and determination to compete at the highest level. Roach's bravado wasn't without substance. He has demonstrated strong boxing fundamentals in his past performances, with a notable ability to adapt and adjust in the ring. His call-out to Davis wasn't a mere act of bravado. It was a statement of intent, a challenge to the champion to recognize his potential and give him the chance to prove it. It was a gamble, but one that could pay off if he was able to back up his words with action. Davis' response to the challenge, though initially calm and composed, carried an underlying promise. He wasn't dismissing Roach's skills, but he was reminding the world that he was on a different level. The narrative surrounding Davis has always centered on his explosive power and his ability to finish fights in spectacular fashion. While Roach may have had his moments of brilliance, Davis saw himself as a different breed of fighter, one who combined power, speed, and ring IQ to outclass anyone who stood in his way. But Davis was also a realist. He knew that the bigger the name, the bigger the target. A fight with Roach could elevate his career further, and while he had little to prove to the public, taking on Roach could serve as another notch in his legacy. Davis' calm reaction was therefore not an act of arrogance, but a strategic approach to the challenge. As with any major challenge in the boxing world, fans were divided. Some believed that Roach was simply barking up the wrong tree, with little chance of ever getting past Davis' fearsome defense and knockout power. They felt that Roach was being reckless by trying to engage with one of the sport's top fighters. On the other hand, there was a faction of fans who respected Roach's confidence and saw the challenge as an opportunity for him to step into the spotlight. Many believed that Roach's technical boxing style might give Davis problems, potentially leading to a more competitive and exciting fight than many anticipated. As of now, the rivalry between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach remains simmering. The boxing world eagerly watches, knowing that verbal sparring is often a precursor to an inevitable showdown in the ring. With both fighters now publicly calling each other out, it seems only a matter of time before the trash talk turns into real action. Whether it happens in the near future or further down the line, this rivalry is one that promises fireworks. For Davis, the challenge could serve as another opportunity to showcase his dominance in the division. For Roach, it's a chance to prove that he belongs at the very top of the sport. Only time will tell how this confrontation will unfold, but one thing is certain: the boxing world is watching closely, eager to see who will back up their words with action. As Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach continue to trade barbs, the anticipation for a potential showdown builds.